All right, I'm going to hand over to you now to tell us, this is JFK and RJ, to tell us their answers to the three questions that everyone else in the Hosier Rutledge Lane project has answered. And the first one of those is, I'd like to ask you both, what would make Hosier Lane and Rutledge Lane better places to live, work or visit?
You can go.
JFK's going first.
Well, you seem pretty happy with it before. So
more cameras.
So maybe if you talk, you can run through what you were happy about.
Yeah,
the things you mentioned earlier.
The football.
To get more
The
football.
game, the VFL.
Yep. You said you want a locker?
The locker that I've got. Or
Secure locker.
Secure locker that I've got.
And you've got one of those, haven't you?
No, my suitcase has got a self-indulged lock on it.
Oh yeah, yep.
But I think he's saying we need more
So I
secure
said more secure
around.
lockers
Yeah, you
around,
need more
so-
secure lockers here.
more
Yeah,
secure lockers.
Affordable ones, eh?
Affordable ones.
Yeah,
Do you think outside in the lane or just through the living room?
In the living room.
Mm.
Nothing
Yeah.
outside the lane. Too easy to target and too easy to get. And some people do have expensive items in there.
Yeah. Okay, so more lockers. Yeah, that's
More
that's
lockers.
good.
More safe and secure places for homeless people.
Yep. Cool.
Less tolerance and more proper behaviour.
Yep.
More outspoken of people.
Cool.
And
You said freedom from violence was important to you.
freedom of
Yeah.
violence is important.
So less tolerance of violence is
Yeah,
what you're talking
less
about?
tolerance of violence is so important. I have noticed over the days I've been here, there's been certain girls here that have had fellas stalking them or following them, and that girl does not wish that to happen,
Yep.
but the poor girl has nowhere to turn.
So better safety for women.
Yeah, better safety for women.
Yeah.
And to feel safe around the staff.
Yep. And RJ?
Mine's similar to JFK. I reckon cameras, but not cameras where you record every living day and target us, because we hang around the area more along the lines to like absolute the violence too, because like when I'm a person that sleeps down here, so like sleeping down here is pretty hard on its own, because I just sleep with, like, there's only like other females, we sleep near each other, but I've slept on my own for almost 9.5 months prior, but just like, so that way if we get assaulted by people drinking and other people that don't live on the street or associate with the street, like, so we've got like 20 minutes before footage of who's walked down there, and if they walk out after and we're still unable to walk, you know, and we've got blood, we can say, well, hey, you know, this is what's just happened to us. Don't just target us because we live on the street and wipe us off. Can you do something about
So
it?
cameras focused on violence, not on other activities.
Yeah.
Just about preventing violence.
Yeah.
Or discouraging
Yeah.
violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Authorising more lanes to graffiti on.
Yeah.
So there'll be less complaints about it happening out in the suburban areas and stuff like that. You know, because people like to tag, because I'm a tagger, people like to tag like around the city, you know, so their name gets known but not their face.
Yeah.
But if they open up more streets and laneways like this, you know, like people will come down and do it down here.
Yeah.
And instead of targeting back at people's houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Because the aim of the game is
So
getting
more
known for your
legal
features.
graffiti spaces.
Yeah.
And a bike rack would be handy.
Yeah, bike rack.
Because
Okay.
when you park your
Tell
bikes
us about
down
that.
here,
Yeah.
you go to it and you find your seat missing, your front wheel missing, your back wheel missing, or
Yep.
it's been stolen, and you see your lock sitting there.
Yeah.
So bike rack.
And
Secure bike
24-hour
rack.
and
Yeah.
24-hour needle
That's a
exchange
great idea.
vending machine. 24-hour needle exchange vending machine. They have them in Sydney,
Yeah.
and like you can put, once you put a box in, you can get free ones. But if you just after free, like after needles, like you pay like a small price of $1 or something, like a gold coin or something to get that clean one. So it encourages clean users, not.
And a drink machine where cans are only $1.
Yeah. Affordable drink.
Yeah, affordable drink vending machine.
Yeah.
I just reckon there's a lot of things that could happen down here that you know, even like once a month have a sausage, like a, you know,
Yeah.
to bring the communities together. So
Yeah.
they're just like isolating it to one form of communities, have like a group of communities bringing it all together, I suppose.
And when we were chatting upstairs, you mentioned, you know, I said to you, what do you guys do for holidays?
Haven't had one.
I go to Bendigo every single Friday.
Okay.
And if I can afford it, I haven't seen my kids in 22 months, so if I can ever afford it, go back to my hometown and show my parents that you know, because I live like two lives, you know. My parents see me clean, cut, proper, and have my hair cut and stuff like that, looking like a girl, but then when I'm just hanging around on the streets on my own, I just more like a tomboy, so that way people don't sort of, you know...
I don't know, you look quite attractive, but just...
Cut on... cut on to me, like, you know, like when girls wear next to nothing and stuff, people say we open ourselves up for things to happen to us, but just because
yes,
girls
that is a true
dress...
point, that is a true point.
Yeah, but just because girls
That's
dress
very
like
true.
that, maybe
That is
they're
a true
doing
point.
it for their self-esteem, not for,
Yeah.
you know, secureness. My mum always says, I just like a lady during the day, guy by night. So yeah, I just reckon just more safe spots for females where they can hang out too and feel as though they are safe, because it doesn't take long for the person that they've been running from for almost 3 years to find out where they are.
Yeah.
You know, just
That's like
try
I said,
where
I hide around here from the ex. She doesn't know where I come, so I hide.
And you dress like a lady during the day and then
No, I don't.
suit at night?
No.
Come on, pink's your colour.
No, it's not.
Red's really in your complexion today.
Oh.
And what sort of things are getting in the way of the place being a better place?
Funding.
Yeah?
Yes,
Lack of money? Yeah?
Well,
Funding
I wouldn't
and
say-
acknowledgement
We're in one of the
community.
wealthiest parts of Australia.
But yet there's not enough funding for people in the lower class citizens, because
Yeah.
all they worry about is their fashion sense and people whining and dining and affordability rates for those that are working.
Yeah, and when you get vouchers, you feel like
You scum.
when you got a voucher, you walk into a Woolworths with a voucher, you think, should be doing this with a credit card.
You know, people look on you like pretty lowly because they've gone to this. Yeah, that's true though. It's like, I've done it before, man, so I feel a little bit better, and the cashier don't treat me any different. I've put my key card in front of the food voucher card,
Yeah.
and when I've gone to swipe the card, it just looks like I'm swiping my key card, but really I'm swiping their thingies, because it just
Yeah.
feels like we're being belittled because, oh, they're another one on the welfare system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
I'd
the,
love to have a job
leisure
in just
centre?
like that.
Yeah?
That's good in the daytime.
Lazarus Centre?
Yeah, from
Yep.
9:30 till 12. That's good. That's handy for people that go there.
Yeah.
They come here about 1ish.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's both avenues working with each other.
that's good, yeah.
It's good.
But
And
they
they've
need
got,
to be more interactive
yeah,
with
they've got
other
to be.
groups.
They've got to be more interactive with other groups, because what happens there? People with mobile phones,
Yeah.
they get stolen.
Mm.
I had a nice one. Mine got knocked off on what's today? Friday, Wednesday morning.
Yep,
Mine got lifted out of my pocket
yeah.
by my person called Renee and Fred. And I bought that last Friday when I got paid for $90 down at Glen Hunt.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I just feel.
It's a blow, isn't it?
I feel because I'm homeless.
People take advantage of
and
us.
I've been taken advantage of.
Yeah,
I've had my phone ripped off me.
yeah.
And I've had to go to Vodafone and cancel that SIM card, and they give me another one that overrides the entire thing of it, and the phone
People
is
think we
shut
live-
down. It doesn't work no more.
I don't know about you, but I reckon people think we live comfortably because we don't pay rent and we don't have to buy electricity
Yeah,
and
I
gas
know,
and all that.
I
People
realise
think that,
that.
but what they don't realise is really we don't, man.
But
Because
the
each
thing
day
is-
we've got to buy food,
Yeah, but the thing
wash
is,
our clothes,
I've
buy new
spoken
bags,
to
and supply
I've
everything.
spoken to a cop about this, and the cops give me 3 rules. They said there's 3 rules. He goes, you can break into my house, steal my car, but never ever steal from the homeless.
But they do.
No, it's low. It's a low act, very low.
Yeah,
In the last
No,
6
it's a
months,
very-
I've probably
it's a
been
very
attacked
severe
about
penalty.
18 times in the last 6 months just from mistakenly
No.
being addressed as a female, as a
Yeah.
male, not a female. You know what I mean? Or looking like I'm someone else that I'm not. But I just feel more comfortable with myself. I've had 7 admissions in the hospital for trying to take my own life. I escaped from a hospital a week and a half ago because my son passed away, and because I'm suffering from that, because it wasn't just a normal pass away thing. My ex-husband murdered him, but I've got to deal with that every day, as well as living on the street, as well as living off the drugs, as well as trying to tell my mum, you know, everything's going to be fine. You're not going to get a tap on the door from the police or saying, you know, we found her.
yeah.
But, you know, like, just the things you got to learn to adapt to. It's a lot more harder than it
But
is
as I
learning
said
to
up
adapt
there
to a
with
computer.
the security guards and the law, I meant what I said. I respect the law more than security guards.
Yep. You mentioned some other ideas about having a say and putting your stories on film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that, like they did in the Sydney documentary.
So people can. Okay.
Well, with my story, I was in Shepparton. We both went up there less than 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
1 week she lasted up there. All she did was argue at me, and condemn me, make allegations against me, not true at all. I've done nothing to sort what this person says. I had a 35 curve caravan. I had TV, Xbox, amplifier, CD player, stereo. I had everything you could put your fingers at. My rent I was paying was 170 a fortnight. The caravan I was paying off at 300 a fortnight. So it still left me a little plate. I had an American Express card, which I chopped in half, and I got another credit card, which I don't use. It's also it's been frozen, so I don't touch it unless I really want to. But in the spate of that week, I helped this person have to pay her rent down at Rosebud. My caravan and everything was raided. The whole lot got taken. So all I got left with is what my mate looked after in Seaford for me, which is a little suitcase of my summer clothes. And we're in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
So I had to get vouchers to buy jumpers and jeans, shoes.
Yeah.
You know,
So the idea of telling your story on the net?
Mine would be.
so that would be mine. So that would be my story, that I have been beriddled by a female to pay her rent and live with her consequences of getting accused of things I haven't done.
But
and
it
then
also works on the other foot too.
Lose the, well, I haven't done nothing wrong, and lose the entire lot in 1 week. You know, less than a week I lost the entire lot. That would be my story, and I've had to start from scratch all over again. This ain't the first time.
Yeah.
This is about the 5th time it's happened.
Sure. Now you also mentioned upstairs
So-
about the things that the mission runs, you know,
Well,
that
Sacred
you
Heart,
like to see
that's what I like to
List
see.
some of the things that you like.
I'd like
yeah.
to see here, I'd like to see swimming.
Yep.
Swimming in heated pool because it's winter. Gym, you know, like when you're turning your body up. Like weightlifting.
Yep.
Footy, food, swimming, cricket,
more football training.
activities.
Less than once a week, we should have it twice a week.
Yeah.
Right, so it lifts our game and spirit.
Yep.
Bike locking systems.
Yep. That's some great
A
ideas.
drink
here.
machine with the cage around it so no
Yep.
one can tamper with it.
Yep.
Right. And more respect for people like you.
Cool.
What's-
Great.
Becca, I can't see you in the camera anymore if you do that, sorry.
All right. Well, I
But,
think we're about to finish. Any last words?
Well, I was going to ask quickly though, whether you guys would be interested in mentoring younger.
It needs mentoring. I'm a 26-year-old that's had 4 kids, and I've been a mother since I was 15, left school. I've got a big story to tell, but at the end of it, it's not just telling your story, it's telling those that actually want to sit down and get to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the day we see their faces planted all over CEOs and managers of this building and construction in this building, but what they don't understand, underneath their life, there may be a lower class citizens and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we all did not come out here because we are drug addicts. We didn't come out here because we're runaways. We didn't come out here because we chose to be out of here.
Yeah.
In some of us do choose to be out here, but in the other one, a lot of us got forced out here from being taken from our family, put in a situation that we don't know how to control, and the only way you learn to control is by looking up to the people around you.
Yeah.
So our mentors would be like, I'm 26, he's his age, and you know, I see him do certain things, so we look up to each other. So doing a mentor system and going into schools and saying, hey, if you don't knuckle down and do this, you know, I can sit here from experience and say your life isn't going to be Charlie cheap like they all try and paint a picture at school. It's going to be if you do your homework and you do this, you go to uni, you do that. You could go through uni, get married and have kids and still end up out on the street.
so
It don't
true.
make you any different to us.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to actually sit there and realise. We still do the same stuff as anyone else, just in a different manner,
This
in a
is the
different
funny
way.
part, you know. I mean, I'm 43,
said that really well.
44, but I feel like I'm 30 odd, you know, because I'm still young at heart.
Cool.
You know? But my life story, if I was to tell some school kid my life story, I'd go from the age of 14 upwards.
Yeah.
I had a bad childhood, very bad, violent parents. To get my dad's attention, I'd get in trouble with the police every day I could find possible. I used to steal things from schools and stuff like that, shopping centres and stuff like that, you know. And then when I hit the age of 18, that was my biggest crime of all. I didn't plan it, it just happened. I bought a little BP service station in Adelaide, pulled myself around the highway, robbed them, went home, told the wrong person, went to bury the money in his sister's backyard, come home, and there's 4 cops there to wait for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was to tell that part, I say, if you don't plan it, you get caught. If you plan it, you still get caught. You tell the wrong person, you still get caught.
Yeah. So you guys both
you
think
knock
you're...
it down and don't
So
do it.
if you don't,
Yeah.
if you want to play the smart way, don't put yourself in jail, because jail is not the. They say it's a good place to be for some of them, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think you guys have a lot to potentially teach other people about what you've learned and...
Life experiences is all that can teach people. You can
yeah,
teach
no,
people
but
you're
that's
black
huge,
and
you know, like you
I
guys
could in a way,
got lots of
because
that.
after
Yeah.
jail I did a 4-year stint in the Navy. I've seen them done things that make a billy goat puke. You know, so there's that factor as well. There's some Navy experience behind me, where I've done things what I don't wish to discuss.
Sure.
And that's why I'm on a pension, because I get flashbacks of trauma. I get traumatized.
Well, you've been
I get
fantastic
flashbacks.
today, both of you. You've been
Thank you
really
very much.
articulate, saying exactly what's going on. I think we've probably got the best interview, I think.
So you can put me on the internet if you wish to.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
don't
do you think some of this stuff could happen in Hosier and Rutledge? Like,
Yeah, anything can
Yeah,
happen
this is
anywhere.
a
It
good
doesn't
spot
matter
for
where you
getting
are, as
community,
long as people put in the effort to do it.
yeah, definitely.
That's the biggest problem, is people just think, oh, it's Hosier Lane. People go down there, they're only druggos, free doctors, free this, free that. It's not the case at all. This is the only place that we can feel safe, secure, have a hot shower, and get medical treatment when we need. I know heaps of people that are really, really sick, got cancer and everything, and they're only young, man. But because they're like the black sheep of their family, they're not even game enough. I've had to go to almost 16 funerals this year already for people under the age of 35 due to extreme circumstances, living on the street, getting pneumonia, doing this, doing that. Because they have that much pride, they don't want to ring up the phone and tell their mum, hey mum, I'm living on the street, I need your help.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
Because
be
to
mine.
us it's pretty
can't be
bad.
mine, Mum.
You know what I
Lovely.
mean? But what I'm saying, my point is, it doesn't matter where they are, there's always someone you can contact. There's an organisation, there's this, there's that. But what I feel is though all the organisations need to incorporate as being, instead of separate organisations, all work and focus on the one point. They all say they work for the homeless, they're doing this for the homeless, they're speaking for this for the homeless. We don't see 3/4 of it, man, except the courses and stuff like that. But at the same time, if they all work together and actually got the people that they're trying to help involved and watch and study one person's life,